Står här med Pierre Vercruysse som kör call me keeper på söndag i Prix d'Amérique. Pierre, how do you feel about the weekend?
You know, it's the weekend. It's the best weekend we have in France, and what's very exciting about is all the best drivers, the best trainer, the best horse. Everybody is here for these couple days, because of course it's not only these 2 days, but it's all week with many European races, and to be part of it is very exciting.
Your stable during this winter meeting, how has it been? Many victories or?
It's a small stable, you know. We have 15 horses here, but we're doing a very good winter meet. Altesse de Mireille won a big race, and she make few good plays. Cobra Bleu finished fourth of the Critérium Continental, you know, very close from the winner, a very strong finish. And the everyday races has been good also for all the horses who has been racing, who have been in the finish line most of the time, so we are pretty satisfied.
Your strongest Prix d'Amérique memory, what is that?
The best one or the worst? The worst. The best one will be the first time I finished third with Défi de Nous. The horse was just coming back from sickness, and on the first few races before, you know, we was just coming up better and better, and I had an excellent trip on the rail, and he finished third, you know, and it was my first time I was on the first free, and I was so happy.
Yeah. How many times have you driven in Prix d'Amérique?
The French newspaper said this morning 15 times, so 15 times. Yeah.
What does it take to win Prix d'Amérique? Since you've driven it so many times, so you must know.
I don't know, because I didn't win it. I have been lucky enough to finish 5 times in the first free, 2 times second, 3 times third. It takes an you are at the right place at the right time with the right horse. Probably my best chance to win the Prix d'Amérique made a break at the top of the stretch, but it was a very bad year, very bad day, 3-4 start, you know, everything went wrong. And that day I with Molde Cortea, I should win the Prix d'Amérique. The other, when you finish second, because you get beat at the end, it's just because the horse could not hold it, and then you cannot have any regrets. So it takes to be, you know, that day you must have everything for you and not against you.
Yeah. Must have a lucky star or something.
Yeah, what you don't want is to be unlucky. If you do everything right and the horse is right, it's going to be okay. But then when, like I say, you have a horse who are slightly nervous, and that day it's 3-4 start, you know, then you all start to get excited, and then maybe after you doing the wrong move, so it's you know, it's a very competition where there's a lot of stress. The difference with the Elite Lopette, you know, Elite Lopette, you have a bad number, then it's very bad to win it, very difficult to win it. But that's, you live behind the gate, and you know, then you choose your what you're going to do. 18 guys with the red light here, you know. The start is very complicated to have a good start, and then it's a lot of pressure for everybody. So it's a very tough race.
Do you think call me keeper is the one who can pull it off? He has the capacity of winning Prix d'Amérique?
He has the capacity to win the Prix d'Amérique. Then we know call me keeper. You have to be slightly careful at the vault. Last time he left very well with Bjorn. He was outside me when I had Oasis B, but Orion, the time before, tried to leave inside. He got slightly hit by somebody on a bike, and the horse made a break, you know. And he did that once or twice before. So we know that at the vault you have to be slightly careful, and that's in a Prix d'Amérique it's a stress, because it's a fight. So you know you might get hit at one point or another. Might not, but it's a probability you get it. So the stress of the after I think he's a very good horse. And like said Daniel, maybe the best is to come because he used to race like every 4 or 5 weeks. And for the first time, he has been racing few races on a row. Yeah. So if he's not sharp here, he will never be. So
he has a tough schedule.
He had a tough schedule, but then he was very fresh before. So we will see if he's going to help him. He's going to be very sharp, or then he's not going to be as sharp because the fuel are gone, you know. But we can trust Daniel, and he seems to say that his horse looks very good, so he knows his horse.
He's got a few more other good horses in his stable, so they might do the job.
Yeah, and I told Daniel it's a lucky stable. Yeah. Maharaja was here when he won the Prix d'Amérique. Exactly. The horse who won the Prix de France with Oriane for Menemar, the Cocktailiette. He won twice the Prix de France a couple of years ago. Anyway, when Jimmy Tacteur came to France, he was in that stable with Mr. Levesque. Yeah. And I mean, it's all stable who always have champion, and they always did good. Yeah. So it's very important to have the lucky stable.
And what about Bold Eagle? Is he unbeatable, or how do you figure?
In sports, in general, nobody is unbeatable because the D-Day you might not be waking up in the best of form. He is definitely the best horse in training in Europe. Now, all we can say is this winter he won, but not as buoyant way than we saw him last winter. The fact is, his trainer said he's going to put him the blind for the first time, you know,
and the
new bridle, you know, and he asked to his driver not to go too early in front because he feels that maybe the horse is not strong enough to do it like last year. So then, and even us, when we look at the races, we feel, yeah, he's the best, but it doesn't look like he has as much march than he used to. So that gives a lot of espoir, you know, to us.
I know.
So hope, you know, because when you say, yeah, now maybe before we could not get close, but maybe this time we can, you know.
I get the feeling that you feel that you have a chance of doing real good on Sunday.
Absolutely. First, I always say to people in this business, if you don't start with the mind of a winner, give your seat to somebody else. So if you have the chance to race the Prix d'Amérique, race with your mind, say, to win the race, you have already to start it. And if you start it, start to win.
It's good, and bonne chance.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.